सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यां तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। 11 onwards. अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः
अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः
विधिदृष्टो य इज्यते
विधिदृष्टो य युज्यते
यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः
यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः समादाय स सात्विकः
अभिसन्धायतु फलम्
अभिसन्धायतु फलम्
दम्भार्थमपि चैव यत्
दम्भार्थमपि चैव यत्
युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ
युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ
तं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसम्
तं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसम्
विधिहीनमसृष्टान्नम्
विधिहीनमसृष्टान्नम्
मन्त्रहीनमदक्षिणम्
मन्त्रहीनमदक्षिणम्
श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञम्
श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञम्
तामसं परिचक्षते
तामसं परिचक्षते
देवद्विजगुरुप्राज्ञपूजनं शौचमार्जवम्
देवद्विजगुरुप्राज्ञपूजनं शौचमार्जवम्
ब्रह्मचर्यमहिंसा च
ब्रह्मचर्यमहिंसा च
शारीरं तप उच्यते
शारीरं तप उच्यते
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यम्
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यम्
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव
स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव
वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते
वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते
मनः प्रसादः सौम्यत्वम्
मनःप्रसादसौम्यत्वम्
prasada, there is a visarga there. Manah prasada सौम्यत्वम्
मनःप्रसादसौम्यत्वम्
मौनमात्मविनिग्रहः
मौनमात्मविनिग्रहः
भावसंशुद्धिरित्येतत्
शुद्धिरेरित्यते
Shuddhir ityetat.
भावसंशुद्धिरित्येतते
Tapo manasamuchyate.
तपोमानसमुच्यते.
Yeah. So we need to resume from number 13. Rather, 16. So 14 was Kayikam or Shariram Tapaha. 15 was Vachikam Tapaha. And now 16 is Manasam Tapaha. I'm audible, no? Yeah, everybody. So one thing is clear from these things, that any act by itself does not define whether it is to be judged as good or bad, etc. The intention behind the act is so important. So important. Our sannyasis are very good at this. When they look at somebody, just externally, somebody said, Swami, I'm this and that, I'm treasurer of this, I'm CFO of that, and this and somebody comes and says. Another person comes and says, think very small, and maybe some yaga he did. And so, since Swamiji's attention will acknowledge that person, but then go off and talk to the other person. Why? Because that intention is their pure intention. And somehow somebody comes to impress a sannyasi by giving some big titles and all. Titles can't impress a sannyasi. It's a sadhu. So, why? Because of this only. Look at that. Intention, intention, intention. All the way. Shraddha. So, that must be, it became very clear here through Krishna's teachings. So, here, Manasam tapaha. So here he is only differentiating by the way the tapas is done. And so here, Manaf Prasadaha, we saw last time. Shanti. So a mind which is more or less free of stress, more or less not wandering. Prasadaha. We saw that last time. Then Saumyatvam. All these are very connected. See, these attributes of the mind, they're all connected. Very, very connected. Everything seems like the other. So, but still, Krishna is Saumyatvam. Soma. Somaha means moon. Somasya bhavaha iti saumyaha. So moon, everybody likes to see the moon. Full moon means beautiful. Even quarter moon is beautiful. So moon is always beautiful to look at. So the saumyatvam means that cheerfulness is there. Some joy is there when you look at the moon. So saumya means that gentleness. Swami Paramathanandaji says gentleness of thoughts. Kunju Swamiji says cheerfulness. Bhashyakara says Mukhadi prasada karya antakaranasya vritti. Don't worry about it, I'll explain. By looking at the facial expression, you can figure out that the mind is calm. That's the way Shankaracharya has explained. And Swami, Puja Swami says, the father looked at the son and said like this. Then the son realized, oh, father is angry, so I must have done something wrong. And this guy knew what he was doing also. Then he changed it. He kept the knife back on the rack. And then father did like this. Then son understood. Father is happy. Like that. That example was given. And so, based on the state of mind through which the cheerfulness is expressed on facially and on the body is called saumyatvam. Okay. Saumya. So this Navagraha Stotras are there. Priyango Kalikashyamam Rupena Pratimam Budham Saumyam Saumya Gunopetam Tam Budham Pranamamyaham. So Saumya, that Buddha, Mercury, Mercury, among the 9 Navagrahas, We have this Shloka is there. There, Saumyam. The, because Saumya is also Somasya Idam, Apatyam, Uma. The offspring of Soma. Mercury is the offspring of this moon in that tradition. And so that Buddha is called Saumyam there. Not only is the son of Soma, but is also pleasing to, like that the shlokas. Anyway, that's by the way. All right, Saumyam, then Maunam. Saumyatvam, Maunam, correct. Maunam. Literal meaning of Maunam is verbal silence, keeping the mouth shut. But keeping the mouth shut need not be a value. My mouth can be shut, but the mind is running haywire, right? That's not acceptable. That's not what Krishna is saying here. So, because Vak Tapaha was already talked about where in the previous shloka, Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate Anudvegakaram Vakyam, etc. That speech, discipline of speech we talked about. So, here Maunam cannot be discipline of speech because it is, what is this? This is Manasam Tapaha Uchyate, this shloka. Therefore, it's the mastery of the mind which translates, which manifests as mastery of the speech. And you know that when you hear some people, you know, okay, those persons' words are carefully spoken, and so that must have that maunatvam must be there in the mind. Teachers must have, all teachers must exercise this value. They must have this value. They have to understand that their words are making an impact on the listeners, whether they are young listeners or old listeners, doesn't matter. It's making an impact, so those words must be properly chosen. Every word must be chosen properly. No extra word, no less word. That's how it should be. Ideal. Or willing to correct oneself also. No, no, that's not correct. I'll come back to you later. Then audience will respect the teacher. Respect has to be there, trust has to be there, so much is involved. And so Maunam, these values are so important there. And so we should act as though somebody is hearing our thoughts. There's somebody that knows exactly what you're thinking. Suppose somebody is there. How will you do? Then the thoughts are very carefully, they're measured thoughts. Measured thoughts. And so Swami Paramarthanandaji talks about Vipassana meditation. He says Vipassana meditation. Because in our ashrams, we talk about watching oneself, our thoughts. We do it in our meditation. But we don't make you sit for 10 days and all that, make you watch your thoughts. Just use this as a tool and then go implement it. Like that we say. Because then if you sit for 10 days watching and you keep doing it every 2 months, then you lose 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, you 60 days gone. Shravanam gone. 60 days Shravanam. So we are worried about like Swapna, you can go once in a while. You go and you can practice at home. That's nothing wrong. But 10 days because we are all grastas. How you can keep quiet for 10 days? I don't understand. At least a vanaprasthi or a sannyasi, I can understand 10 days. But grastas can't sit like that. But it's a beautiful thing. Sakshi Bhava just comes, and then like we discussed the other day, that satsang was very good by the way. Those who haven't seen it, we talked about many aspects. So watching your thoughts, what happens? All the muck that is there here will come out. That also comes. So, so it's not thoughtlessness. Maunam is not thoughtlessness, but it's regulated thoughts, useful thoughts, and cheerful thoughts, etc.
Isn't it promoted like by Buddhist practices, vipassana?
Yeah, correct. That's right. So the idea is good, but you don't bring shunyatvam along with it. That becomes wrong. Just love your thoughts. Be silent for as long as you can. And that's definitely a great discipline. Just take the phone away and leave it for some time. Today morning, from 6 till lunchtime, I'm not going to go near the computer or go near thing. I'll read some books. Nothing wrong. Read some books. That's a great tapas. Phone also is not there, assuming you're not in charge of any babies or senior citizens and all that. Phone is also not there. Then it's tapas. Easy to do that. So, maunam, absence of a pressure to talk. Okay, that maunam, mind. So go back to that. Watch your thoughts and then choose your words and then study your actions and then develop your habits and whatever. Study your habits, develop your character. We saw that last time. So, mind again here. Maunam. This is the only culture. Only tribal cultures value all these things. This is what I'm observing. And the new neo-religions destroy all the tribal culture. They want to destroy everything. I don't know why this comes. Because you won't find this. The West is now, they say we need all these things. Meditation, relaxation, this, that. Even that, they won't accept anything that it's all, you have to learn from Hinduism, Buddhism. They won't say. They will give a different name, neuro, this, that, and then patent it. This Buddhi is just a very interesting Buddhi. Anyway, Atma Vinigraha. You can't say this is a new word. Where did we see that? Atma Vinigraha. So, 13th chapter, we saw that. Atma Vinigraha, Manitva Madambitvam, etc. Saw that. And before 13th chapter also, we saw this Nigraha.
We saw, no?
Sixth chapter. Jnana Yoga.
Sixth.
Nigraham kim karishyati.
Nigraha kim karishyati. That is our Arjuna's question. And before Arjuna's question also, we saw some. So, in our course, Sattva-Bodha course, Kamahkaha, Indriya Nigraha, Shamakaha, Mano Nigraha. We saw that. That's where he introduced the word Nigraha, mastery. Mastery of the sense organs is Damaha, mastery of the mind is Shamaha. So you can say Atma here it refers to the mind. Mano Vinigraha, that is the meaning of this word here. So Shamaha, Shamaha is talking about Shamatva. And so restraint. The mind does not take me for a ride. I decide how and where to use my mind, to how long I must use everything I decide. So therefore, Swami says, directing your thoughts towards Devi Sampat, Asuri Sampat, cut, and then Devi Sampat. Devi Sampat. And you must have Swami says, you must have a non-cooperation movement against all this Asuri Sampat. And then automatically all healthy thoughts will come. And any activities related to that also. Any disciplines, all that come under Atma Vinigraha. So the question is, what is the difference between Maunam and Atma Vinigraha? All related, Well, Atma Vinigraha, general mastery of the mind, minus this Maunam is what? Anything related to speech. Mastery of the mind when it comes to speaking, that is Maunam. So, Nigraha refers to everything except the speech aspect. Right? Bhava Samshuddhi. Bhava Samshuddhi. So, absence, purity of motive. Should be motive. Bhava. Bhava is what is there in your mind? Do you have an agenda? Is there a hidden agenda there? And is there a motive behind what you're doing? And a selfish motive or some other motive. Absence of that. It's called Bhava Samshuddhi. So, matlabi, Hindi mein bolte hain, matlabi. So, the absence of that. Iti etat tapaha manasam. All these things together are called as Manasam tapaha. Mental austerity, mental discipline. All right, let's translate this. Mental cheerfulness. Okay. Mental cheerfulness, uh, mental quietude, mental cheerfulness. No, mental quietude comes later. The second one is saumyatva, gentleness, gentleness. So mental quietude is, mental cheerfulness is one, then gentleness and mental quietude. Okay, then absence of pressure to talk. No, absence of pressure to talk is, you can put within brackets for this mental quietude. And then mastery over the mind. Okay, mastery of the mind or over the mind. Then clean intent, which is same as purity of motive. Clean intent. Hyphen. These together are called mental discipline. Or you can say this, because it's singular. So this in brackets together, this in brackets together is called mental discipline. So let's see. Mental cheerfulness, gentleness, absence of pressure to talk, or mental quietude, both are same. Mastery over the mind, clean intent. This together is called mental discipline. Okay. Next. Shraddhaya paraya taptam
श्रद्धया परया तप्तम्
tapastatrividham naraihi
तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरैः
afalakankshiभिर्युक्तैः
अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्युक्तैः
सात्विकं परिचक्षते.
इकं परिचक्षते.
Yeah. Shraddhaya parayatatam satvikam parichakshite. Now that first type of division of tapaha is over. So kayikam, vachikam, manas is over. Now he is going back to tapaha and then dividing it by the way he is divided before. So satvikam tapaha, rajasam and manasam. So he's following a rigorous order. And so here he's come back to satvikam uchyat parichakshate. What tapaha is in the first line. So tapaha satvikam parichakshate. The following is named by people who know as satvikam tapaha. That's the meaning parichakshate. Shraddhaya paraya taptam trividham naraihi. Okay, so he is giving a general statement here. Naraihi taptam. that tapas which is done by people, narai. Okay. Okay, correct. So, so Trividam. So this Satvikam tapas itself is three types. Three types means what? Three types of things constitute Satvikam tapaha. That's the way to understand. This is not, you shouldn't say tapaha is Trividam, Satvikam, Rajasam, Tamasam. No, that's not what he's saying. Here he's talking only about Satvikam, and that's what I was checking. And if I understood it wrong, no, that's the way it is. So, Satvikam tapaha has three important constituents. Okay, Trividham, correct? And so, what is that? Shraddhaya, Paraya Shraddhaya Taptam. The tapas has to be done with complete Shraddha. Complete Shraddha. Why Shraddha is needed? Shraddha is needed because these things they take a while, and we must have a value for these things. And instant gratification is one extreme, and we got used to instant gratification these days. The children are, they say, children want something quick, otherwise they don't see a value. And so food also instant gratification is needed. Yeah, therefore, you ask this boy to eat all this sprouted beans and all. He says this should be given to cows, not to me. Like that, he will say. And so that much knowledge he has. So, therefore, Parashraddha is needed for all these. Really, Parashraddha. Without Shraddha, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. And so, that is one attribute of Satvikam Tapaha. Okay. So, that Shraddha is there. But Shraddha means what? I do these things not because of pressure from somewhere, not because of pressure, not because of fear that I will not get punyam. Fear. No, that fear and all is not there. I do it because that's the right thing to do. That's it over. That is called Shraddha. And therefore, apalakangshibihi yuktaihi. These people are endowed. Yukta means endowed with some particular another attribute. And that attribute is what? Apalakangshibihi. This also we saw. Where did we see? Just in Shloka number 11, we saw that. Apalakangshibihi. When he was talking about Tatvikaha Yajna. Yajna also is like that. So tapas also, Krishna brought that same word here. Alakam, to be discipline. All these wrong motives, anger-based tapas. Anger also can make you do tapas. And because the dridata you get, if I'm jealous against somebody, then that makes me do certain things, gives me a lot of push. And so there is not only there is no negative motivation, there is no expectation of any result other than that I must do it. And antakarana shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhi motive is always good to have. Means I'm getting my mind. It's a discipline of the mind, and it's good for everybody. Apalakangshibihi. No expectation of any reward. Any reward. And we shouldn't say no expectation of any, absolutely no result. You can't say, because that would become illogical. Correct? Mandopi na pravartate prayojanam anuddishya. So even a madcap that you see on a street just talking to himself herself, and even that person, Shastram says, has some motive. Even though you and I can't understand what he's saying, I can understand the words, but there is no coherence in what he's talking. And no, there is something there in the mind. He doesn't know how to express. That's so. Therefore, let the phalam be antakarana shuddhi. That's perfect. And so like exactly like dharma. Why do you follow dharma? If somebody asks, what will we all say? What will we say? Why are you not? Why are why are you torturing yourself so much by saying this and that? I won't use this. I won't use plastic. I won't use this. I mean, there's so many ways in which you can do tapas. And he says, "Mean, what do you do?" So it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing because it doesn't pollute the environment. Suppose I say, okay, here is a plastic which doesn't pollute the environment. Please use this. Here is a plastic that dissolves in water. Some new product has come. They say biodegradable plastic. So we are trying, it's good. We are trying to find ways and means to come up with products which does not make us be disciplined. That's how I see. What can I invent so that I can let go of my discipline? I can keep on using more and more, and that's where the technology is. But the real strength comes in being one with nature. Our ancestors used to live like that, and so we have to ask ourselves, how do we do that? And so, therefore, dharma. If you look at dharma itself, dharma is a purushartha. Why do you follow dharma? If you say it's a purushartha, it's an end for us. I follow dharma. Dharma not for the sake of something. I follow dharma. There's no sake of something. Dharma is a purushartha. I follow dharma because it is a purushartha, not because I'm going to get punyam, not because somebody told me to do, not because the Vedas are telling me to do. The Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Vedas are telling me also. Yeah, that it tells me. But after some time, I don't need anybody to tell me anything. So it becomes an end in itself. So here also similar. Because if I say I'm following Dharma because of something, like I love you because you're wealthy. Because you're wealthy. I love you. Means what? That love, Swamiji says, is fake love. It's fake love. Because minus the wealth, the love also will go. And so, therefore, Dharma also. It can't be because of something I follow Dharma. I follow Dharma because it is not just a means for something, it is an end in itself. And so, Apala Kangshipi, Swami gives an example. I'm always punctual. I'm before. In fact, I'm before time, before class starts. But nobody is there to recognize my punctuality because nobody is coming punctual. I'm the first, right? And so nobody is there to recognize punctuality. No, this guy doesn't need any such recognition. Yuktaha, apalakangshibihi yuktaha, and satvikam parichakshate. Parichakshate means they say. And they say that word they is not there in the shloka. So Shankaracharya supplies this shishtaha parichakshate. Shishtaha is the people who know our Shastra. They're called shishtaha. People who have studied the Shastra. People who have seen the big picture. They know everything. All connections they know. And why, what is means, what's end, what is the purpose of life, everything they know. They are called shishtaha. Shishtaha parichakshate. Krishna is saying, he doesn't say, I say it. You follow because I'm saying it. No. I himself was a student, in Sandipur. So, nice. Let's translate this. They declare, they in brackets, they declare that threefold austerity, threefold austerity which is practiced with total shraddha, which is practiced with total shraddha. By people who are disciplined practiced with great shraddha by people who are disciplined and have no expectation of results. Okay, you can say within brackets, other than antakarana shuddhi. Which is mental purity, but we are retaining that Sanskrit place. Other than antakarana shuddhi. To be sattvic. So they declare that they declare that threefold austerity which is practiced with total shraddha by those people who are disciplined and have no expectation of results other than antakarana shuddhi. Okay. Yeah, Anirudh.
So the three are Kaik, Vachik, and Mansik. That's the threefold.
Threefold is not that.
What is threefold?
Threefold is the three things given here. What are the three things given in this?
Tap, Parashraddha. Shraddha, Parya, Taptam. Yeah, so the tapas, Shraddha, done with Shraddha, are the three things, and Parashraddha. I think that's what I'm seeing here.
So phala akanksha nasti. Parashraddha, without expecting results, and who are composed, who are disciplined. These three aspects. So we don't need to go back to Kahikam, Vachikam, Manasam. All the three apply. For all the three, if you want to categorize, then this is the way to categorize any or all of those three. These are the three constituents. I would have preferred to say those are the constituents of sattvic tapas. These three types of tapas would constitute sattvic tapas. Yes. So not connecting with the Kahika Manasa, right? And everything is 3. So you don't know which three, Anyway, so I think it's clear, right? Otherwise, we'll discuss in satsang. Next shloka. Tatkaramana pujartham.
सत्कारमानपूजार्थं
Tapodambhena chaiva yat.
तपोदम्भेन चैव यत्
Kriyate tadiha proktam.
क्रियते तदिह प्रोक्तम्
Rajasam chalamadhruvam.
राजसं चलमध्रुवम्.
Yeah. So Rajasam, Satvikam, Tapaha is over. Now Rajasam. The word Tapaha is there in the first line, in the middle. Tapaha. Then Rajasam is in the second. Okay. So he is giving various definitions here. So first look at the main sentence. tapaha yat kriyate. Okay, watch those words. Tapaha yat kriyate tad rajasam proktam. Okay, that's the main sense. Tapaha yat kriyate. This kind of tapaha which is done is called as rajasam tapas. That is the main sense. Okay, hope you're following. All right. So previously we saw aphala kankshibhi. No result other than antakarana shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhi can't be sold anywhere. You can't get any salary raise by getting antakarana shuddhi. Rather gain some skill. I rather attend a project management course and do better project management, or attend some motivational talks to learn how to relate to people so that I can do better in my company. Good. Those are all good things. But yahanto apala kankshibhi, those things don't apply at all. Now, some expectation of result is there. When expectation of result comes, then it will become either rajasam or tamasam. And what are the results I want from my tapas? Satkara. Satkara. Again, here very closely related word. What are the words? Satkara, manam, and puja. Okay, these three things he's saying. And Damba is going to come later. So these things are very closely related. Satkara. Say, when some guest comes, you have to do satkaram to them, right? Satkar. It's to honor them. Let them feel welcome to your home. It's the meaning of satkara. But yahan par we can't give our own meanings. It's a general meaning. But Shankaracharya says sadhukaram, like that he gives. Okay. And then he's explaining to us what this means. He says, I am sadhu, I am tapasvi, I am brahmanaha. Means this guy is doing tapas so that others can tell that this guy is a tapasvi. Do you know? Have you heard of this tapasvi? This guy is a sadhu. Sadhu. He's done a lot of tapas. And I am brahmana. Those days, brahmanas means the exalted status was there those days. And Shankara, I don't know whether he foresaw this time, 2025 and all. He didn't know, I think. But those days, brahmana means wise person, a teacher, a Veda Panditaha was a brahmana. So this guy is doing tapas, so others can say, give him those titles, that he is a tapasvi. That is the meaning of satkara here, correct? Shankara's meaning, I hope you noted. We should not bring our idea of satkara. Our idea of satkara is coming next, okay? Next. Got that? Title. This guy is a brahmana, this guy is a sadhu, sapasvi, like that title he wants. That is satkara. Next, mana. Mana. That's the word. So mana. So amanitvam onwards we saw these words mana. Shankaracharya is explaining. Look at this. Pratyuthana abhivadanadihi. Pratyuthanam. Uthanam is getting up. Getting up. If he comes, he wants all of you to get up. That expectation, get that. Pratyuthanam, it seems. And then abhivadana. Abhivadana. So first is rising from the seat as a mark of respect. That kind of respect he expects from you, right? Then abhivadana. Abhivadana means you have to introduce yourself. You have to tell your name. I'm from so-and-so, this, that. And then everybody should introduce themselves. He won't introduce because he doesn't have to introduce. Because he's already, he's a tapasvi. So why should he introduce himself? We all should introduce that person. That expectation is there for him. Abhivadana. Abhivadaye, Angirasa, Paurukutsa. We give this mantra, this young brahmanas, all of us, when we do namaskar, we introduce ourselves. It's called Abhivadana. We do namaskar. That means namaskar is included in this. You do namaskar and then you introduce yourself like this. There's a particular tradition. So that is called abhivadana. Means it includes namaskar also. Mana. Look at that. So what is the difference between the satkara and mana? Satkara is giving titles. Giving titles. Mana is a physical manifestation of that status by doing namaskara and getting up, showing that honor that we normally give to all sannyasis and respect people of honor and respect, no doubt. So that expectation is called mana. Manam. Okay. The general meaning of manam is self-respect. Correct? Self-respect. Abhimanam, Atma Abhiman, etc. Self-respect. But this guy does not have self-respect and therefore he expects respect from you. Correct? If I lack self-respect and self-esteem, I want that respect from others. It's automatic. It's a law. It's a psychology. It's a psychology.
More
But
of
if
a
I,
demand. More of
but
a demand.
if I respect myself completely, means my self-respect is 100%, then it doesn't matter. Then it doesn't matter who respects me, who doesn't respect. I'm doing whatever I am supposed to do. Then what is the problem? So this guy, Manam. And see, now we can understand why this studying the Bhagavad Gita, somebody said, teaching Bhagavad Gita without studying, without knowing Sanskrit, without studying Shankara and all, I don't know how this teaching will happen. I am scared to think of that possibility. And because there is so much in each word to understand. And so that's why Shankara says somewhere, Asampradayavat murkhavat upekshaniyaha. He just puts that statement in one of the shlokas. Bhagavad Gita only somewhere he says, a person who has not learned the Shastram in the proper Sampradaya, murkhavat upekshaniyaha. Consider him like a fool. Even though he can chant all these shlokas. That's how it is. Sampradaya is important because Sampradaya is what is going to give you the meanings. Who is going to tell the meaning of these words? Sampradaya. It's coming from Sampradaya. Not simply make up some my own philosophy kind of thing. There's no my philosophy. So anyway, mana, puja artham. One more thing is that puja. Puja Shankaracharya. Full form. Pada prakshalana. Pada prakshalana. I think I don't have to explain this word for Sanskrit students, of course, don't need any explanation. Those who are new to Sanskrit, pada means legs, prakshala means washing the feet, washing, what it means. Okay? Pada prakshalana, archana. This also word doesn't need any explanation. Shayitritvadihi. Shayitritvadihi. हिंदी में बोलते हैं भोजन कराना, करवाना, भोजन करवाना. So or karana, whatever that means. So पैर धोना, archan karna or bhojan kara. This is the meaning of the word puja. Which are normal, we do that. When sannyasi comes, we are supposed to do that. Invite him with that. But now that there's a lot of things to be done. Chanting of proper shlokas, mantras. When a sannyasi steps into the house, so much is there. Beautiful tradition. So that this whole list, whatever comes in that list, this guy expects pujartham tapaham. If for that reason he's doing tapas, what kind of tapas it is, he will get all that. And therefore, dambhena chaiva, dambhena, in addition, Krishna is saying, damba, we've seen this word before. He wants some pomp and show, some ostentation is there. And so, he will give instructions. When I come to make sure that all these things are happening, okay? Some Madhyam and all is there, let them come. Nadaswaram, you have no, in your complex, there are some people who play, bring them also here. Velam and all, they should do all that, okay? That's called Dambhena Saiva Tadiha Proktam Rajasam. All right. Tadiha Proktam. Proktam means known as, called as, defined as Rajasam. tapaha tadiha. That iha means in this world that you and I know, there's a problem with this kind of tapas. Why it's a problem? Adruvam. Iha, adruvam. Hey, this kind of a tapas, whatever it produces, you get name, you get fame, etc. You get all this upachara and all, you get abhivadanadi and all. Huh? And then the problem is this. It is adruvam. First of all, if you do that tapas, people will respond in that manner also is not guaranteed. Krishna is saying. You continue to do, you keep seeking, and you're hungry for this kind of fame, you may not get it. Because the people around you may be enlightened. We don't know. Enlightened people won't fall for these things. And because they're all studying Gita and all, so they won't fall for all this. So the Dhruvam. Dhruvam we saw somewhere. Everybody's saying, everybody's doing this. Means, yeah, we saw somewhere and I'm not able to get.
Kathopanishad also we saw Dhruvam.
Okay, correct. Adhruvaihi, Kathopanishad. Who tells who that Adhruvaihi?
Dhruvam Dhruveshu.
Dhruvam Adhruveshu. Somewhere.
Nanankhana Pratyante.
Okay. All right, Kathopanishad. Then Bhagavad Gita, not there.
In second chapter, we have a Dhruvam.
Jadasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha.
Anniyam yendriya.
Jadasya, for that which is born, death is certain. For that which dies, birth is certain. Certain. Dhruvam means certainty. Here, guarantee, certainty. Adhruvam, no guarantee. No certainty that you're going to get what you want in this kind of thoughts. Okay, no guarantee of recognition, reward, and things like that. And so impermanent also you can say. Chalam, perishable, impermanent. Chalam. Chalam. It's subject to vaporizing at any time. People will show you honor, suddenly they won't appear, they're gone because they realize this guy is a fraud. Okay, so that's how it is, all these things. All right, so what is Rajasam Tapaha? It is no longer an end, like the Sattvikam Tapasvi, not guy is doing for his own sake, the Karana Shuddhi, but this guy is doing for something else, for selfish ends. So it becomes a means, tapa is means for some other end. That is called Rajasam Tapaha. All right, let's translate this. That tapas which is done for the sake of receiving honor, receiving in brackets, receiving honor, respect, and worship accompanied by ostentation or with ostentation, either one is fine. With ostentation means with show, pomp and show. Comma, which is unsteady and not lasting. Which is unsteady and not lasting. Is called here Rajasika. It's called here Rajasika. So I have to take back something I said. I said Iha can mean in the Shastram, means while living. in this life. That's what iha means. But that's not the meaning here in the shloka. Here means in this context. It's called this context of what we are talking. It's called Rajasika. That tapas is called Rajasika. Okay, unsteady and not lasting is called here Rajasika, or is here called Rajasika. Once again, that tapas which is done for the sake of receiving honor, respect, and worship, comma, with ostentation, which is unsteady and not lasting, is called here Rajasika. Let's read the next one. Modhagrahenatmanah.
Okay.
So once again, so it should be read differently. Modhagrahenatmano yat
गूढग्राहेण मनो यत्
पीडया क्रियते तपः
पीडया क्रियते तपः
परस्योत्सादनार्थं वा
परस्योत्सादनार्थं वा
तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत्
मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत्
पीडया क्रियते तपः
पीडया क्रियते तपः
परस्योत्सादनार्थं वा
परस्योत्सादनार्थं वा
तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्.
तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्.
We'll continue. ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. ॐ काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ